connection was bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on?
Okay, hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Um, I have a question about self-sabotaging. So,
Okay.
my boyfriend and I, this is our second go at the relationship. Um, and I see growth in him because we went like 3.5 months without talking.
Mm-hmm.
And he came back and he was just like, I'm sorry for everything. And he was just like, I really love you. And, he was just like, I'm going to do better at showing. And I feel like I've already seen growth in him already, but I feel like I'm the problem. Like I'm at a standstill. Like I'm scared to like fail with him, if that makes sense. And I feel like I'm doing a little bit of self-sabotaging.
Gotcha. Okay. So why did y'all break up in the first place?
Okay, so it's kind of deep.
Kind of deep.
So
Okay.
before him and I started talking, he was dealing with a woman before me, and when he came back, he told me that she was pregnant, but that they were trying to find out if the baby was for him. And so it kind of like put me in a situation where, of course, because I love him and I care about him, I'm like, I want us to work. I'm willing to accept this. But then, like 3 days later, I turned around and was like, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I'm strong enough emotionally to handle that, right?
Right.
So he didn't take it well. And again, we went 3.5 months without talking. And he reached back out, excuse me, and was like, I miss you and stuff like that. So we've kind of gotten past that. I can't do anything that was done before me. And so I feel like we're in a really good place, but it's just me. Like, I'm the problem.
Okay. How long have y'all been together?
A year.
Okay. So when you say he's experienced growth, what growth has he experienced? It sounds like you just were mad that he has a child on the way.
There was some things he would say out of anger. Like, it came across as like being emotionally abusive
Okay.
when he didn't get his way and stuff like that. So this time around, I feel like he's communicating. He's being conscious of, what he says before he says it and not being so emotional.
Has he been angry since y'all been back together?
No, no.
So you can't really determine growth because when he said the things before, it was because he was angry.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right.
I don't know. It's like I'm just sitting here, like, waiting for him to go off because that's been my experiences with him.
Right. So when he went off with you in the past, like what are some of the things he would say? Give me an example.
He would be like, stay the fuck out of my life. Don't ever fucking call me again. He would block me and unblock me a lot. So,
Okay. So what was your part of that? What did you do in those situations that caused that reaction?
um, I would try to explain myself to see if we can come to a place where he would understand where I was coming from, but he wasn't trying to hear me. So it was like it was no communication. He didn't care. He only saw it his way and his way only.
Gotcha. So why do you think you're sabotaging?
I don't know, cause I'm like everything seems to be okay right now, but like I don't know. He's communicating more than I am, and he's looking for me to be in spaces with him. I guess that I'm just not like ready to give him, if that makes sense. Like I don't know. Like he told me yesterday I was self sabotaging, and I told him it's just the fear of failing with him again. That's
Gotcha.
basically all I could tell him.
So did he end the relationship previously or did you end the relationship?
I did. I had ended it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you ended it because of how he was
Because
reacting and because he has a child on the way?
yes, I just felt like it was just too much for me at the time, and like I said, I was wrong because I wasn't 100% honest in the beginning when he came at me about it. I should have just said, give me time to process everything, you know what I'm saying, and gather my thoughts. Because when I went back a couple days later, he didn't take it well. He told me that he felt alone and that I just left him
Gotcha.
while he was, dealing with that, I
And
guess.
and how old are you two?
I'm 34 and he's 38.
So the woman that is currently pregnant, was he in a relationship with her?
They had broken up, and she's already had the baby. Excuse me.
But was he in a relationship with her ever?
No, they had broken up.
No, I mean like you said they broke up, so that means they were in a relationship at some
Yes,
point.
they had been in a relationship. Yes, sir.
Do you know how long the relationship was?
Um, November, December, January, February. About 6 months.
It's not looking good, love. It's not looking good. To be
Yeah.
38, get somebody pregnant within 6 months of knowing them, in a relationship with them,
Hmm.
and then move on immediately to you because if she was still pregnant when he moved on with, that means he broke up with her and then still got her pregnant after the breakup. That's
They broke up
careless.
in February, and she had the baby in November.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay. So yeah, that's careless, love. That's careless.
yeah.
100% careless. To be 38, nah,
Hmm.
a
Yeah.
that's not a mature person. And then the way that you describe y'all have only been together for a year. Also,
Hmm.
you're still supposed to be somewhere in the honeymoon phase.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
It's
In
just
addition to that,
uh,
nobody grows in 3 months.
okay.
You're not 38 talking to
Yeah,
people crazy and then you break up for 3 months and you're like, I'm a changed man. It don't work like that.
right.
You just
Yeah.
haven't made him mad yet.
Yes. And see, that's why I say, like, is it self sabotage or am I just waiting,
You
bracing
know what
myself
self
because I see?
sabotage? Self sabotage is you choosing to be in this relationship in the first place.
Okay, I gotcha.
You're choosing a poor person to be with. So you're
Okay.
sabotaging your future. A relationship is not going to work, so you're signing up to waste your time and to experience emotional pain in the process. This is not someone that you stay with.
Yeah,
You're
that's the harsh
guaranteed.
reality to it.
You're guaranteed to break up. It is a virtual guarantee. So if you get back with him, you're like basically saying, "Yeah, this is going to be short term. I'm gonna go through a lot of suffering in the process. Your baby is gonna come here. I'm probably gonna get attached to your child. It's gonna make it harder to leave. I may get pregnant in this process because we already see that he doesn't mind shooting the club up. So then I may have to have a stronger tie with you for the rest of our life. The future version of you, and you stay in this relationship, regrets it strongly. And it's a cautionary tale that you tell your future kids.
Yikes. Yeah, that's been something that I've thought about as well. Mm. Yes, sir. Well, I just gotta put my feelings to the side and look at it more logically. What makes sense?
Right.
Yeah.
So you got
Okay.
some thinking to do, love, but I wish you the best, all right?
Yes, thank you so
All right,
much.
you take care. Fingers crossed that we got through to her. Because, yeah, that she'll regret this. For sure. All right, again, people, this is a dating and relationship Q&A. So if you have questions pertaining to dating and relationships, you can hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person, and I will bring you up. Alternatively, you can drop your question in the chat. Just know that callers get first priority. All right. Yes, Cece, I'm streaming on YouTube. She doesn't know her own level. What do you mean by that, Unique Leo? That she doesn't know her own level. What does that mean? Narrator, she did not leave him alone. Yeah. Have my doubts, Danny. Have my doubts. But I remain cautiously optimistic. Um, Identify with someone with, say, the same mentalities, same maturity. Okay. So you're saying that the person she's currently with is not on her level, or he is? Dating in the first at his house, is that normal? First date at the house is I wouldn't tell my daughter to do that. No. My son, make it happen, champ. With daughter, no. Uniquely, I disagree. I feel like the people we choose are the people at our level. To be honest. Takes two to tango. You don't choose what's best for you, you choose what you're most familiar with. And people who choose chaos are familiar with chaos. So they continue to choose it, even though it is uncomfortable. Why your son? I was just joking when I said my son. We like to have fun here, love. You can't take everything I say very serious. I could just be joking. Every first date I've had at a house has been the last. Did you crack on those first dates, CJ? Because that's the whole point of having the first date at your house. Inquiring minds would like to know. Why would a guy completely ghost you after having really good conversations 2 weeks and boom, then gone? I mean, there's a multitude of reasons, right? You probably thought it was a good conversation. He thought it was a boring one. Or he wanted to sleep with you and you did not let him. Or he found someone else to sleep with. Or his ex came back. There's a multitude of reasons that would cause somebody to ghost you. CC's in the building. What's up, CC?
I just decided to come up because you're not talking to anybody right now to do my commercial because I actually have a meeting in like 6 minutes.
Okay.
So I won't be able to do it.
Cool.
So we are only at 3.6K. So that means we are not tapping as much as we should be. So let's take some time right now and just tap as fast as we can to 10K. We have 200 people in here. We can do it real fast. And then I'm just going to ask you to keep tapping throughout the live. But every now and then we just need you to power tap, power tap, power tap, so we can get more and more people in here. If you have not already reposted or shared the live out, also take some time right now to press that gray arrow right there at the bottom. Repost the live to your story, or also share it out to your followers. You're going to see them pop up as soon as you press that button. So go ahead and support more than just coming in here and listening to this fabulous coach. Yes, we are green. Everybody comes in here. Welcome in, family. So let's go ahead and show that support. He is streaming on YouTube, so if you do miss the live, you missed the beginning, go ahead and link is in bio to go to YouTube, subscribe, and give that thumbs up. Don't forget to grab your daily heart me. Let me actually do that right now while I'm up here too. That's going to be that orange heart right up at the top. That lets TikTok know there's interaction that is going on. So again, see, we're already at 7.4. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. Keep power tap, power tap. Don't forget to share and repost the live. And please follow this content creator. And then don't forget, if you have a private account, only coach can let you up. Public accounts will get first priority because mods will let you up. And I know I'm in here. I'm not sure if anybody else is, but I'll at least keep watching the queue. So please come up and get your answer. Yeah, don't be shy. Men, don't be shy. We know y'all in there. Even if it's out of 200 people, it's only 10 of y'all. Go ahead and come up in the panel. The ladies do want to actually hear from you. We love this perspective. This is one of the reasons why there's so many women in here. We do value and want the male perspective. So thank you guys so much. Keep tapping and let's have a good show.
Appreciate you, CC. All right, Linda, what's going on? Okay, Linda dropped. She must didn't mean to come up. Again, guys, if you have a question pertaining to dating and relationships, you can hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person, and I will bring you up. You can also drop your question in the chat, and I'll answer it there until we get another caller. Divine, what's going on? Divine dropped as well. Do you think men nowadays are lazy daters? No, not in, like, we kind of miss the mark when we say men or women, because neither party are monoliths, right? Like, there are men who put a lot of effort into dating, and there's men who don't. So people go on dates every day. But due to hookup culture, a lot of women don't require dates. especially when we're talking about dating apps, right? So if men are becoming lazy, you have your sisters to thank for creating those conditions. How do you know a woman who came for what? How do you know a woman who came for true love or for what you have? Don't lead with what you have is an easy way to avoid that situation. Hello, hello.
Hello,
How you doing?
I'm good.
What can I do for you?
Good evening. Hello?
Yeah. Did you just say women are responsible for men's actions, or am I tripping? No, you're not tripping. You're not tripping. That's just basic economics, right? So if people are devaluing themselves, and if a lot of women are willing to go to a man's house on a first date, that will create the conditions where a lot of men feel no need to ask you on a date because so many women are willing to not have one, right? That's just how people are. Men and women both. We respond to incentives. Right? It's human nature. It's like if most men were just giving money out to women, women probably be less likely to tolerate men who don't give money out. Because why would you do that if the vast majority of men are just giving money away, right? There's human nature. If the requirements for cement was to be married first, then men would capitulate. Yeah, if most women required men to marry them to sleep with them, yes, you would see a lot more marriages for sure. That's just how that works. My team is out of a tournament. What are you talking about, Zion? You're like the male CC. Just random shit just comes out of your mouth. Guys, I'd like to remind you this is not matchmaking, so don't come up here for that. If you have a question pertaining to dating and relationships, you can hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person. I'll bring you up. You can also drop your question in the chat as well, and I'll get to it there. I'm good, Dev. How are you? Did I just see Rushi pop in? Rushi, I was giving you a shout out last night. You won't even hear. Despicable. Despicable. Let me down. I was banned for like 3 days, Rushi. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. So my name is Vanna. Good day, everyone. My question would be, if you're in a relationship and there is children involved from their previous relationship, and the children's mother is interested in meeting you because you'll be around the children, but your now fiance seems hesitant about it. Do you have any advice regarding that?
Okay. Did he give you his reasoning as to why he's hesitant?
You see.
Okay, you say it again because I had a phone call come through. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, no, didn't give any feedback on that. It's just what your intuition reads and how you feel about it.
Okay, so he hasn't said that he's hesitant. You're just picking up on the fact that he is.
Right.
What's making you feel like he is hesitant?
Because he had children with the woman and he doesn't seem to want to prioritize us meeting.
Okay. And what is he doing that makes you believe that he doesn't want to prioritize you meeting the children
Um,
or the children's mother?
yes, he didn't reach out to her, invite her over or lunch, or he didn't really correspond with her in a way to suggest that this is a good time.
Okay. Could it also be possible that the mother didn't want to meet you just yet?
Um, well, I was just told that that's what she wanted
Right.
she wanted to meet whoever would be involved or around her children, but it's possible.
Right. So you met the children though, right?
Yes,
Okay.
once,
Okay. Got you. How long have you and him been in a relationship?
a little over a year.
Okay. And y'all are engaged.
Yes,
Okay. Was he married to this woman?
no,
Okay. How long were they in a relationship?
over 17 years.
Whoa. Okay. And how long ago did that end?
Close to 8 years.
8 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. So he's over that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And your concern is that he might be hesitant about you meeting the mother of his children. Why does that bother you? What kind of narrative are you painting in your head over the situation?
Because it bothers me because like I'm ready to accept the package, of course, and I feel like it's important to establish a great relationship with the children as well.
Right.
And ideally, I would like to do that before we get married and not just after we got married.
Okay.
And if, whatever I could do to make all of us involved comfortable because of like the co-parenting.
Okay. Do you know why they broke up?
I know what he told me.
Right. That's a good answer. So what did he tell you?
He told me that what he told me was vague in a way. It was situations with his job when he worked at a plant, and there were a lot of cutbacks. There were, no longer overtime, a lot of money not coming into the household.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, she was enjoying herself, not working, traveling, wasn't interested in grabbing a job when it hit him tough because she was able to be like a stay-at-home mom situation. And when he discussed it with her or said things, she just was, like off doing her supposedly, and he had enough and had asked her to go her way or leave, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And things, got heated with that, and then he kept the 2 children in the home with him. And so there is some mommy issues slightly with the daughter. And I don't know what else could be felt or going on in the background.
So it was like work related. Like he had issues with his job, but she wasn't really trying to assist in that situation, according to him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. According to him, yes.
Okay. Have you spoken to him about meeting the mother of his children? Have you expressed a desire to do so?
Oh, yes. When he's the one who said that she is, she reached out and is like requiring that. And I'm like, well, definitely. I agree. Absolutely. I'm interested. I want it all to be healthy.
And then what was his response when you told him that?
recall or remember, I think he was like, kind of like, what did he say? I think he said something like, I don't know why she want to do that now. Like something like that. And then that was it that I heard him say.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, I mean, the way to really test this is just to try to progress it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, ask him what day does he want to meet? Because you would like to meet her soon. When are y'all supposed to get married?
Next year.
Okay. Yeah. So I would act like it is something that is going to happen. You're just trying to figure out specifics. Like, when are we meeting? Because I would like to meet her soon. I've actually been wanting to meet her. So when can we make that happen? Then you'll be able to gauge like his level of resistance to the idea.
Okay. Yeah, because I just want it to be as healthy as possible. I want to feel inclusive with everything.
Right.
And I feel like that's a great way to support him, support his children. So I'm trying to, and even support her. I'm trying to be in place and to make sure the situation is as comfortable and at ease as possible. So
Okay.
thank you for answering that question.
No problem. Definitely follow up with me and let me know how it goes for you, all right?
Okay.
All right, love. You have a good one.
Okay, you too.
All right. Trying to do things the healthy way. We love to see that. I mean, it's probably a situation where he's just uncomfortable with the mother of his child and his current fiance, like, meeting. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Could be more going on, but there's nothing about that story that makes it seem like it's obviously like a problem. What do y'all think? What's y'all's read on it? For real, she might give T he didn't want. It's possible, especially if the reason why they broke up is not 17 years is crazy though. You imagine being with someone for 17 years and it not working out? Ay, ay, ay. I couldn't do it. Should have met before the engagement. Yeah. I feel like you should meet before the kids meet. I should ask how old the kids were. That's my position. Depending on how young the kids are, obviously. I don't know. You still might have tied to the ex. I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, but him and the ex has something going on. I don't feel like because obviously is the one telling his fiance that his ex wants to meet. If he really was trying to stop that, like if I didn't want that to happen, I wouldn't even convey that information. You will be none the wiser that my ex wants to meet you. What are the key differences with girls with present fathers and girls without in a relationship? Your father is kind of where you get like a lot of structure and order from. Not to say your mother can't give you that, but it's hard to fulfill a role properly when you're playing both roles. If you're a single parent, right? It's just nobody has all that capacity. They're like working and then they're trying to be both parents. It's just something has to drop. So yeah, the father's kind of where you get your a lot of your identity from. He was provide structure and order, right? So the woman could be in a situation where she may have like a resentment towards men if she goes that direction. Obviously, that's not always the case, but some, if their father left or abandoned the family, she can probably project that onto men in general. She could have grown up without a lot of discipline and structure, so a bit more wild, right? There's a lot of ways, but none of that is guaranteed. There's women who grow up without any fathers who none of that applies to them. Their mother did a great job. Maybe there were other father figures that came into the midst, like a grandparent or something like that. So there's no one outcome that occurs. It just depends on the person and the particular variables. Nazi, what's going on, love? So glad you're here. So glad you returned even after getting your answer. I need you here every single day, just so you know. Every single day. was actually telling my mother about you the other day and what we got going on. She wants to meet you. So let me know we can make that happen. I tend to have a type that is attracted to me. How do I expand my spreadsheet prospects? So you want to attract more than the type that you're currently attracting, CJ? Is that the question? If that's the question, I need you to describe um, what type of women you are attracting currently, so we can figure it out. Hello,
Hi,
how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. What can I do for you?
Okay, so it's just a long story. Long story short, I just got out of a relationship of 6 years, almost 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
We went on a cruise in February for a Valentine's cruise, actually. We get back that following Saturday. That Sunday, he says, I'm not in love with you anymore, and kicks me out, gives me 3 days to get out. Within those 3 days of not getting my stuff just yet, and he kicked me off the cameras that we had at the house, and he had another woman over there already. And when I asked him about the situation, he said it wasn't him cheating, it's just a friend, and basically told me that it's not something I should be concerned about. And mind you, he's a cop. Red flag, I know, I'm sorry. But he has turned into a bully. And so has his friends. I don't know the story he's telling other people, which is fine. I'm the one that has all the evidence and the one that was heartbroken. But do you think this is something that has been going on for longer than, it's been a month since we've been broken up. Mm-hmm. So they were in the military together. Just really odd, and just the way things switched up really quickly, and then for him to still have his friends / coworkers watching me and constantly, I wouldn't even say harassing, just stalking. I ended up at one of the gas stations in his town where I live as well, and I was sitting there and I caught him red-handed with her, and that's fine, but I was just fuming.
You caught him red-handed with her after the breakup, you said?
Yes, they were out eating and they were across the street where I was at. There's a gas station, there's a Waffle House right across the street.
Okay. So
and I just happened to see the car.
After the relationship ended, how soon did you notice that they had some sort of connection?
I actually noticed it the day after we broke up.
How?
So, long story short, he thought he removed me from our house cameras, and I seen her on the cameras. And when I confronted him, that's when he went from talking to me to no contact completely.
That's the sign.
Okay.
When you know how to read people's behavior, this stuff gets a lot easier, right? You just triggered shame and guilt. So now he's projecting that onto you, making you the enemy, and being mean to you. He's being mean to you because how you're making him feel about himself. By holding the mirror up to him. People, when they get caught cheating, they get mad at you. It's the wildest thing. They get mad at you. They weren't the ones cheating. But it's how dare you make me feel like a bad person right now, even though I'm being a bad person right now, right? So, yes, that is 100% what happened. He was dealing with her. Now, you said you were with him for how long?
We were 6 years together, almost 7, would have made it August, and he's now having her live with him.
Did he know her throughout the entirety of the relationship?
I really don't know. So I hear about a lot of stuff. One, because he's military, two, he's a cop, and they were in the military together. And my understanding, she joined his unit back in June or July of last year, which was right about the time he came home from deployment.
Okay.
Heard her name a couple times, didn't think nothing of it. It's unfortunate, I hate to say this out in public, but I'm really big about watching friends lists because that's when I start noticing stuff. Well, I never noticed her on there. And now they're friends on Facebook. Go figure that.
All right.
But yeah, it's just weird because I never picked up on anything that he could have been cheating. He could have seen another person, nothing. Right. He was totally normal. The day he broke up with me, he said he loved me and left and went to work.
Right. Right. But they worked together, right? Or They were in the military together. So is he like still actively in the military?
Yeah, they're both in the military. We weren't married. We were just dating. He didn't believe in marriage, and he doesn't believe in having kids.
Okay.
And I was willing to settle for that because I loved him. But the more I sit and think on it, it just sounds like red flag after red flag.
Yeah. So more than likely they were dealing with each other. You can always tell by the speed of which their connection progresses after the relationship, right? So obviously, if he's moving in with the shorty, then she's coming over to the house, and there's already some pre-established type of connection there. So it's not like, oh, so the person's dealing with someone else, so they were already dealing with that person, right? Because you can move on pretty quickly physically, right? But it's
Yeah.
like intimacy. That's a good way to think about it. How much intimacy do they have? And if there's a lot of intimacy quickly, then that intimacy has been being built over time.
For sure. And this is really personal, and I don't mind saying it because it's just the raw truth. When we were on the cruise, I had asked for intimacy, and he is not someone to turn it down, but he turned me down that day, the next day when we got home, which was Valentine's Day, and then the day he broke up with me.
Well, I mean,
And
when I say intimacy, I mean like just like emotional closeness and like the
okay, so
willingness
just like,
to
gotcha.
the willingness to move in. That means you like really deeply know the person, right? If you're making those
Yeah.
type of decisions, then you've been getting very close to the person for some time. Not like physical intimacy. That was likely already going on.
Okay.
But what I would suggest for you is to do what you can to move past this. You're going to have the emotions, right? You're human, but try not to watch from afar because you're just going to piss yourself off and you're going to waste more time emotionally investing in this situation. Like when you move on, you have to effectively take all of your energy back. When you're watching the person, keeping tabs on them, even trying to figure out the situation like you're doing now, which is a very human thing to do, but it serves the function of keeping you connected to that person. The deeper fear is letting that person go. So trying to figure out the reasoning behind their behaviors is just a rationalized way to stay connected to them. Because if you're still trying to figure them out, you're still connected to them in a sense.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense because honestly, I've had trouble just moving on, and I was so blindsided by it and the way he just kind of ripped the rug out from under me. Like, I just was not expecting this, and then just to see how betrayed I was, it really sucked. And
Right.
especially since we live in a small town, we are bound to run into each other, especially now.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like I've ran into him more times that we've been broken up than when we were together.
Right. Right. So it's so you have to mentally prepare yourself for that. If you got to move, if that's feasible for you, get a fresh little start somewhere. Wouldn't be mad at it. That'll probably help you a little bit, but you definitely want to keep tabs because if this connection progresses into marriage or children, that's going to really set you off. That's why I say it's like if you can remove him from your life totally, almost as if he never existed, that's going to help you out a lot.
For sure. I appreciate that so much. And I see all the comments, and I appreciate y'all as well. I know I'm crazy for even thinking about any of this anymore, but it's just hard to let it go because he has made it seem like he just let it go and he's fine, and I'm over here suffering.
Right. Right. Yeah, I mean, it happens because sometimes normally women like break up with you emotionally and mentally while in a relationship. That's generally something that women do, but men also can do the same thing. So it's very possible that he's been over the situation and he's just been going through the motions until it was time to go ahead and pull the trigger on it.
For sure, for
Okay.
sure. I do have one question about this. So, and I know you say that this is going to keep me connected and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, the only thing he didn't block me on was TikTok.
Okay.
Kind of weird, but I went ahead and removed him as a friend, but I have a backup account that I still have him on, and his reposts recently are just depressing, and it's like it's turned into Christian type stuff, which he's not a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it really sets me off because it's like, why are you posting depressing stuff, but you're the one that put me in this position. You're the one that chose to do this. And it just makes me mad, if anything.
Right. Yeah, that's why I say like you got to stop looking at that.
For sure.
Because again, you're making yourself mad and you can't change the situation. right? It's one thing if you get mad and you can actually take some sort of action, but like you can't do anything here. So you're just making yourself more mad and more invested in the situation. You got to block this person. Unfriending them is not enough. You have to actively block them.
Okay.
Just not out of malice, but just so you don't see anything that they have going on.
For sure, for sure.
Okay?
All right. Well, I appreciate you so much.
No problem, love. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Mhm. All right. Miss Tweed, what's happening?
Hi, Coach.
How you
I
doing?
just want to first say that I've been following you for a little bit now, and I really like your advices. You are a very wise man.
I appreciate you.
Okay, so I wasn't really ready to come on, but okay, I'll tell you my story. I met my guy back in November, and we officially started dating in the beginning of January. Everything was going really well. He has treated me better than most guys that I've been with in the past. He opened the door, he buys me flowers, take me out to dinner, make solid plans. Like everything has been really consistent. In the beginning, I had asked him if he, because he has 2 kids, and he told me that he was separated since COVID, and he lives on his own and everything, and he does co-parenting with his ex really well. But the thing is, I never thought I just assumed in my head that he was, legally divorced, but I had a conversation with a friend, and then that brought me to think, like, did I ever really ask him? So last week on the phone when I was having a conversation with him, I asked him that question. I said, hey, by the way, are you legally divorced? And that's when he told me that no, he's not. He filed a few years back, but that they required more documentation, and he just got lazy, and he had such a good parenting relationship with her that he just never got around to it because it wasn't a priority. But he was honest and forthcoming about that. He didn't freak out or sounded nervous that I asked him about it. But naturally, I was really mad because I felt like that was still something you should have, disclosed to your partner. And
Right.
To me, that's lying by omission. So of course he said, he asked me what I wanted to do about it, and we pretty much come to a conclusion that, okay, I'll give him a chance, even though I'm very mad. He will fix it. He's going to file, and he gave me like an appropriate timeline. He said that the divorce wouldn't be like contested by his ex-wife, and that it should take 6 months at the most. But since then, I've been kind of feeling kind of off about that. I still feel like I was lied to. What do you think about that situation?
How old are you two?
I'm sorry?
How old are you two?
Okay, so I am 45 and he is turning 41 next month. Yeah.
What does he do for a living?
What does he do for a living? So up in where he lived, first of all, now he moved down here to Florida, and he was from up north, and he quit his job of like 20 years and moved down here because of a job opportunity. He does like property management, and he would fly back every 6 weeks or so to see his kids for the weekend. But again, he has his own apartment up there. He lives separately.
Okay. And how long has he been separated?
He has been separated since 2022.
Okay.
It just sounded absurd to me that why wouldn't you just go ahead and file for the divorce?
Yeah,
He already filed, but he never completed the process. He paid the court fees and everything,
Yeah, that sounds like he has an emotional reason for why he didn't file. Like he almost probably didn't want to let go of the marriage. Because the reason that he gave doesn't make sense. He said it was paperwork related, but he's a property manager, so he's used to doing paperwork. That's why I asked what he did for a living. I wanted to see if he has a temperament for being kind of like scatterbrained, or if he's more organized and orderly. To be a property manager, you would need to be organized and orderly. And if you're organized and orderly, you're not afraid of doing paperwork. So the paperwork was an excuse.
And that's the thing. So I met him through his brother-in-law, who is my childhood friend. So I spoke to his brother-in-law about that. I'm like, hey, is this something that is, do you think from what you know of him, if like this is an honest, like lying by omission? I mean, like a transgression, that he has, or what is it? And his brother-in-law is like, he said that they work together.
he actually manages the properties for his brother-in-law, and he said that this sounds like something that he would be like he would file something and not finish it, and it causes problems. He's like, I don't want to embarrass him, but he does do this at work too. Like there's some things that he doesn't follow through with, and
Okay.
I kind of have to talk to him about it, you know.
Okay. Well, then that gives me the opposite opinion then. So if
Yeah.
he's dropping the ball over like admin tasks at work, then this is probably maybe he has like ADHD or something, and this shit just bores him to death. And what would make that more believable is the fact that he did not emotionally react to you asking him and finding out the fact that he wasn't fully divorced. So, but did he tell you that he was fully divorced?
He told me that no, he did not tell me that. He said that he's separated, which I was upset with myself for not clarifying if he was legally divorced.
Okay, yeah. When people are divorced, they say divorced. They don't say separated.
Yeah.
So by him saying separated, then he was not lying by omission. He told you he was separated, and that was the truth.
Yeah.
He's currently separated.
And some of my friends were like, well, he answered you calmly, and matter of factly, he didn't freak out and felt like he was put on the spot. So,
Right.
I mean, they're divided. Some of them are like, well, he should have told you anyway without you asking.
Well, he did tell you. He said he was separated. That's telling you, right? Separated as a specific definition, as does divorce. So, like, if you ask him, if he tells you he's separated, then that means he's not fully divorced yet. So, yeah, it seems like he's going to like fully handle it now, considering that you have an issue with it, and he's obviously building a life with you. He wasn't emotionally reactive when you brought it up to him, right? So it doesn't seem there's any issue, really. I understand why you are upset with the situation, but that was just from misunderstanding the situation, not because he did something wrong.
Right. And I think that's so reckless of him too, because right now he's accumulating properties down here, and he should know at 40 that if he's not legally divorced, that everything he does is tied to her, and I pointed that out too. But he said he'll proceed with it, and he'll give me updates as the process goes. So that's something he did say.
Mm-hmm.
And my other issue is that I'm a nurse. I'm in healthcare, and I only recently found out. Again, this is another thing that was brought to light because I happened to find out he's a weed smoker, and I don't know how I feel about that. When I first found out about it, I was like, okay, that's fine, just not around me. But now that I have more time to ruminate on it, I'm like, I don't know if that kind of lifestyle is really fit with me, because I'm in healthcare and he's out here, I don't know how often he does it and if he's dependent on it. And that's really a conversation that I should have with him. But is it something that I could overcome? Like, should I ask him to not smoke, or should I just accept him as he is? And if it's not something for me, then to just walk away from it. Like, if I bring it up and he tells me, yeah, that's something that I don't have to have in my life, then it should be okay, right? I'm just running this through you. I haven't had this conversation with him.
When did that become a problem for you?
I didn't know that he was smoking. Actually, he was vaping it. And I found this out only 2 weeks ago. So it would have been like 2 months into a relationship. So he was vaping, and I said, vaping is bad for you. And I said, and myself being a dummy, I said, I would rather you smoke it, because the act of vaping mechanically is bad for your lungs. So he did listen, and he switched over to smoking it. And then I feel like now I'm going to tell him that, oh yeah, actually I don't want you to smoke at all.
So you found out he was smoking marijuana at what point in your relationship? Like, how long ago?
Like 2 weeks ago. I didn't know that he was smoking at all.
Okay. And how long have y'all been dating?
I've known him since November, but we became official the beginning of January.
So y'all been in a relationship since January?
Yes.
Okay. And you found out 2 weeks ago that he smokes marijuana. How'd you find that out?
He was vaping in front of me.
Okay.
So it wasn't like he was trying to hide it.
Got you. And you smelled it, or like, how did you know it was marijuana?
I saw him vaping. I thought it was like nicotine. And he's like, no, this is weed.
Gotcha. Okay. And your question, and how long ago did you find out about like the whole divorce thing?
The week before that, so like 3 weeks.
I don't think so. How long have you known that he's vaped?
I didn't ask him how long has he been doing
No,
it.
how long? When did you find out that he vaped?
2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, I saw him vaping, and I asked him about it.
Okay, so
I
he
asked
never
him, does he do it
he
often?
never
He's like, no, I don't do it often.
he never vaped in front of you before.
No.
So 2 weeks ago, you found out that he vaped,
Yeah.
and then you found out it was marijuana.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the thing. I don't know if I should like ask him like, hey, this is not really aligning with my values, and if we were to be together, how would you feel about quitting, or should I just not? I don't want to change a person.
Have you ever dated someone who smoked?
Yes, before my very first ex, and that one also. I don't know if he quit or he did it behind my back, but he never did it again in front of me.
Oh, so you addressed it then?
Yes.
How long ago was that?
Oh, that my ex, that was years ago.
Okay, but when he smoked in front of you the first time, you like addressed it and said you don't like it.
Right. I just addressed it. I said you need to stop because I don't want that around me, and he had no problems with not smoking.
Okay.
But then again, like I said, I don't know if he's just quit in front of me or if he quit altogether.
But you would have
I
been.
just never saw it again.
You would have been okay with him not doing that around you.
I am not sure. I just don't feel like that's a healthy lifestyle, And I feel like my honest opinion is that had I found all of this out at the very beginning, I would have been like, okay, well, you know what? This is not for me, especially with the whole like you're not legally divorced thing. But now that I'm emotionally invested, obviously, this decision's way more heavy.
Yeah, I feel like the reason I'm asking so many questions because I'm trying to figure out if this is actually a deal breaker for you or this is just a way for you to justify ending the relationship. Sounds like it's a justification.
No, because I really do like him. I more than like him, and
Right.
I think that if he take care of all this problems, that we could really make it work. I don't think that is a deal breaker, but he has to be, because I'm making a lot of sacrifices to be in this relationship too, and I think that if that's a sacrifice that he has to make because of who I am, like especially as a professional, it doesn't look good for me to be dating somebody who's smoking weed, in my opinion.
Okay, but that's not something that people
But I do
typically.
like him because if I wasn't emotionally invested, it would just be I wouldn't be here asking you these questions. The decision would just be very easy. And I feel like if I had known about these information in the beginning, it would be a lot easier.
Yeah.
But I'm now emotionally invested. And aside from all of this, he has been nothing but a gentleman. Like
Right.
he cooks for me. He basically he spoils me in a lot of ways, and been consistent about that. It wasn't like, oh, he just did it in the beginning. He's still like very consistent about the things that he, showed me from the beginning.
Right. Okay. So
I guess my question to you is, if I ask him to quit because of my profession and because I'm a mom and everything, would that be me asking a man to change himself, or would that even be a good idea to ask him to quit? I have a feeling that because he says that he's not addicted. He said honestly, if I like go somewhere for a month and I don't smoke, it's not like I'm gonna be like psychologically altered or anything like that. Like I don't feel a need to have it, and I have a feeling if I ask him that he would quit. But my question is, should I ask him?
I mean, you can kind of see like where he stands on it. Maybe this is not something that he is that important to him, or maybe he values the relationship more than that. The real problem you may run into is you might be a tad bit controlling.
Yeah.
And you may not want other people to kind of micromanage your life decisions, right? Like, I don't know if you drink, but if he told you, can you stop drinking, you'd probably be like, why would I do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
So
think it's all
that's
about the approach then, right? Like I could
it's the approach, but
voice my concern.
that controlling nature. I'm thinking macro about this. I'm not even thinking about the marijuana anymore. I'm thinking about just the experience of being with the person who's controlling. The
Yeah.
experience of being with, especially a woman who's controlling. One, the only men who will agree to be with you are weak men.
Yeah.
That's the problem controlling women have. The only men who say yes to them, like strong men, are like, I'm not dealing with you. They'll leave, right? You probably have experienced that.
Yeah.
Weak men will just allow you to be their mother, but then you end up resenting them for having to be their mother. So you just lose on every conceivable category. You push away the men who are actually strong and masculine who can probably lead, and you attract the men who are weak and need a mother, but then you resent having to even play that role in the first place.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's going to be the real problem here. It's not him whether or not he smokes. It's not him handling his divorce. It's the controlling nature and whether or not he has the ability to stand up to you. Because the type of men you seem to attract are the men who are just going to change everything about themselves to just appease you, and then you're just going to grow to resent that. You'll probably respect somebody more for telling you, no, I'm going to keep smoking. You'll
Yeah.
probably secretly like that. It would annoy you in the short term, but in the long term, you'll be like, that's a man right there. He told me, fuck no, he's gonna keep smoking, right? But the man who's like, no problem, babe, and he just throws it out the window, like you'll smile for a second, but then long term, you're like, I don't like how easy that was. I don't like you just,
He'll probably resent me for changing him.
yeah, secretly. The weak guys do that. They'll secretly resent you, but they won't say it. They won't verbalize it. They'll just behind the scenes though. They'll secretly resent you for it.
Okay. Damn it. I mean, like I said, everything else about him is just so great. It's just that smoking thing just doesn't fit my lifestyle, you know? Something to think. I will. Thank you, Coach.
No
I'll
problem.
have to reflect on what you said.
All right. Feel free to come back and let me know how things progress. Okay.
I will.
All
Have
right.
a nice
Take
day.
care, love. See, we get to the root. We get to the root problems here, baby. Root issues. What's going on, Cher?
What up?
What can I do
How
for
you
you?
doing today?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm fine. On my way home.
Okay. What's going on?
Hey, nothing. I got this. Alright, it's not really no issues or nothing like that. It's just advice more so, I'm gonna say. So, I am a very direct person. And I don't usually I don't know, I'm not good with reading between the lines. So I'm like, it's either yes or no for me. It's not really a great area, if that makes sense. So in 2026, it's like a lot of great area, and I just don't know how to navigate that. And do I hear Philly? Yes, you do. And it's just I'm very, like I said, I'm very, so like I don't play. Not I'm gonna say I don't play like that, but it's like either you hear or you not. And like I was raised by my dad, so it's mostly like he'll show you. So if you gotta question it, it's like yeah, it's out. Like that's just a no. Like for me, if I gotta question what's going on or what is this or whatever the case may be, it's just gonna be a no in my head. Like I'm gonna convince myself to make it a no because I don't want to have to question nothing. I feel like I should know if you like me or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So what's your situation?
So it's like I don't know. It's like how can I say it? So okay. So my friend basically she's trying to convince me to like have a conversation, and I did try having a conversation with somebody, but it's just like it's like they say they like me. They say I'm like what they want, but it's not showing for me. So it's like I'm just like no, they just talking at this point. Like for me, that's just talk. But for her, she's like, no, give it a chance. And I don't know if I'm being too mean or what.
So in what way?
Yeah, I just don't like the gray area stuff.
So in what's missing with the guy that you're dealing with? How is he not showing you that he's choosing you?
What's missing? It's just it's like we both. I ain't gonna lie, we both being busy. I ain't gonna blame it on him because I be busy too. So our schedules don't kind of line up exactly. I can say, and even though we call each other here and there. Yeah, I just don't think we like each other no more. I ain't gonna lie. I can't even sit here and say we do because it's just like he called me, he asked me what I'm doing, he asked me the basic stuff. But I feel like it's like more like a checklist than like a conversation, if that makes sense.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just like, yeah, but if a lot like I'm one of the people that I be dating, so it's not like he's my boyfriend, nothing like that. Like he didn't actually be his girlfriend, none of that. We only been talking for like a couple, probably like a couple months, but it wasn't. If the first month wasn't consistent, but the second, third month was consistent more so. But maybe I'm just not feeling it, or maybe I just don't know. Like I feel like I need pressure. I'm tired. I can't do that nonchalant thing. That is out.
Um, so again, what's kind of missing from the connection? Like, what would you prefer
Um,
him to do outside of what he is currently doing, instead of what he's currently doing?
Maybe be more demanding a little bit. Like he just is like a okay, or maybe like instead of me like instead of you ask me what I want to do, just like oh you want to do this, da, 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 I already got this plan. You want to come or something like I just know initiation for me. Like yeah, spark Nicole. Yes, there's no like yeah
Okay. So you want more of like a take charge type, and he's
yeah
not like that.
yeah. It's more like laid back. We going chill, whatever the case may be. But it's not like chill in the crib. It's like we going to go outside. But it's just real like I don't know. Maybe I just don't like him. I probably just don't like him too.
I mean, that's what it sounds like. If you want someone to kind of take charge and lead, and he's kind of like asking you what you want to do a lot, then it might just be a bad fit.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But there's a lot of people that are not saying a lot of people like that, but I be dating around. It all gives me the same vibe. Like it's me at this point.
You say it's you at this point. I mean, it could be. It could be.
Like it's all the same great area vibe. There's nobody like really like yeah no I don't like none of this.
Where are you meeting men at?
Regular gas station. And I drive, so that's where like if I'm pulled up, like I might be coming out of the store. They might get my like I meet people regular day to day because I'm always outside, so I meet
Gotcha.
people regular walking down the street
Okay.
downtown.
Gotcha. And you want someone to kind of like lead and not check in
Yeah,
with you so much.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
the best thing
Cause
to
I'm
do.
probably indecisive. I'm not gonna lie, I'm an indecisive girl, but
You're indecisive, so you need like a decisive man, is what you're saying.
yes, because you ask me what I want to eat, I don't even care for real, for real. Now
Okay.
you got me thinking. I don't even feel like thinking.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, that's fair. If that's the situation, then you probably need to cut people off faster. Especially if you know,
Yeah.
once you know they're not like that, then you should just go ahead and end things instead of like sticking around. Faster you cut
Yeah,
them off, the faster you can find someone who like kind of take charge like
just get
that.
them out, and that's what I'm used to. Just get them out the way. But I'm telling you, my friends, they so girly. They be trying to convince me to be like, "Oh, just talk, just tell them." And I just feel like if a man not showing you, what am I telling you for?
Yeah, this is one of the things you want to observe. Like you
Yeah.
don't want to have to teach them to lead. You can't teach someone to lead, right? Like
Mm.
they have to kind of come with that preloaded. So yeah, you need to just cut people off once you like. There's no need to just keep dating them. That's probably your core problem right now is that you keep entertaining them after you've already seen that they don't have that trait. So once you
Yeah,
see that
just
they
leave
don't
them
have that
alone.
trait, you should just go ahead and move on because then you speed up the timeline of you meeting the guy who does have that trait.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, love. Well, best of luck to you. All right. Have a good one. All right. Who we got next?
Hello. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good. Okay, so I'm looking for advice as well. I started seeing this guy about 2 months ago, and the first month was really great, just normal dating when you're really interested in someone, texting every day, kind of having long text conversations, which I'm more of like a call person because I just move quick and I'm always busy and multitasking. But with this guy, we would kind of like text and ask each other like even some deep questions. And it got to a point where he initiated a call, like maybe like a week or two in. And whenever we get on the phone, it turned into like 2-3 hour conversations to where it was like, okay, we can tell we're both excited, but this is not sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
And so then this is actually long distance. So, because I met him when I was traveling and he came to visit me Super Bowl weekend, and it was really fun. We really enjoyed each other's time. We're both active. And so that just giving you kind of the background. The month after he visited me, I think the height was like, because that was around Valentine's Day. He knows I'm a romantic, even though he told me he's not much of a romantic, but he like wrote me a love letter and like got one of my friends that he met to like deliver me flowers and like chocolates and everything. So I was like, wow, this is a lot of effort. This is really sweet and really nice. Then he got super busy, extremely busy. And he communicated that. He's an entrepreneur. He's trying to start up his own business. And right now he's working part-time at kind of a company that's where his hours aren't set. Like it's not a 9 to 5. He could be working at like 11 p.m. Kind of as a professor teaching kids around the world and stuff. My issue or my concern is I'm secure, but I'm definitely anxious, have anxious tendencies where I overthink. I'm very type A, I'm very organized. I'm a director of my company. I'm used to kind of being controlling too and just knowing what's going on. And I know I'm in the state of dating where, you know, no one knows what's going on. We just know we like each other. But I'm just wondering if it's a red flag or if I should just, like, if I should see this as a red flag, or if my anxious attachment is making me think that this is a red flag, but it's not.
Okay.
Because the past month after he left and it was great and he put in all that effort, he told me he would be busy, but our conversations went from that, you know, we didn't really get on calls anymore. I'd asked him for some, I think, over the month, but he was, you know, communicated he was very busy. His text to me became less about getting to know me as much and more about like status updates, like really busy. You know, I noticed that he'll start texting me like at the end of his day, right before he went to sleep, and it would be like, just had 6 meetings, going to sleep now, crazy busy day. And it was kind of like that almost all month. I know he was busy, but it was also like, when are we gonna have time to like talk and for us? And I knew he was visiting me the next month. We kind of like talked about it a little bit before he left, like closer to that Valentine's Day period, but we haven't even had like an update of like when exactly the time was and place. And I just found out yesterday that he was like, no, I did book, and like, this is the day, I'm coming next week. And, you know, I never, like, I thought we talked about it. No, I don't think he's married. I mean, I guess he could be, but we're both 31, no kids. I don't think he's married. But yes, I agree with that comment. Yeah, sorry, I'm reading the comments. People are never too busy for what they want. That's also in my mind, you know? But genuinely, he does seem like he's busy. For example, he was on a trip with his friends and working at the same time with his startup. And he had this trip planned up, you know, weeks in advance. So he let me know he's going to Switzerland. Even he told me, because when he came back, I did kind of express this to him, because I believe in communication. He's not going to know how I'm feeling. And he was like, yeah, you know, I definitely understand. And he was a little defensive, kind of being like, no, I really was busy. That even his friends on the trip were giving him a little bit of shit because they were like, we haven't seen you in a while, bro, and we're on this trip together and you're not even hanging out with us. So I truly believe him that he's busy. And he had texted me every day during the trip, but it was not like, it just wasn't meaningful text. It was like status updates. It was
status updates like what?
Like he would ask how I am, but it was more of like, it was like how he was feeling. Like it would be like, oh, just had a call with an investor. You know, she ripped me to shreds. This was really hard. And then we just kind of move on. And then, how are you? And then he would ask a little bit and like answer my like one thing, but it just wasn't as much as before. Like it really, the communication died down a lot.
Gotcha. Okay. So how long have y'all been dating?
2 months now.
How did y'all meet?
Very new.
Okay. How did y'all meet?
First month was great. Oh, we met snowboarding.
Snowboarding.
Was at a snowboarding.
Okay.
See, yeah.
Y'all are long distance, right?
Yeah, long distance.
Okay. And like how much distance?
Well, right now he's in Tennessee. I'm in California.
Okay.
But before, even like that past month, he was traveling around a lot.
Okay.
He's always traveling around.
So
he was like in Arizona, Switzerland.
Okay, so his is he a full time entrepreneur?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, full-time entrepreneur, but also doing his part-time job.
okay. How long has he had his business?
Um, he told me it's recent. So he is, getting funding. He's gotten some funding. He's working with investors. He's doing presentations. So I think it's really building. He did mention in April he'll have more of like a concrete path because he in this past month was like checking out labs where he wants to settle down. He was like, we're looking at San Francisco, and I'll know more by April.
Okay. How long has he been trying to secure funding? Do you know?
I don't know for how long, but
Okay.
it seems fairly recent.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't. That typically, I don't think that normally lasts long. If someone's securing funding, that's
Yeah.
typically very early stage. Okay, so
Yeah.
so first month, you said that. How frequently did y'all talk?
Every day. And we haven't necessarily stopped talking every day. It's just first month was like actual conversations. This month has been status updates, I would
Okay,
say,
okay,
and very quick conversations.
okay. How old are you two?
We're both 31.
Okay, so first month talking every day. You're still talking every day, but it's not as much depth to the conversation. It's more
Yeah,
light
yeah,
touches.
exactly. Depth.
Okay,
The
when
depth is really gone. Like
when are you
first
supposed?
month was a lot of depth.
Right. When are you supposed to see him again?
Next week,
Next week.
actually.
Okay. What are y'all? Is he coming to you, or y'all planning a trip? What's the situation?
Yeah, he's coming to me again.
Okay.
And then we were already even planning in April. I have like a work trip, so I was going to use that to come to him.
Gotcha. Yeah. Just time will tell in this situation. I feel good about it though. I feel good about it. It might be a little bit of your anxious attachment playing into it because with anxious
Yeah.
attachment, you start to look at the way somebody engages you as being a representation of how they feel about you. So the thing that makes me think that it is possible that what he's saying is true is because he's raising funding. Sounds like he has a real business. He's raising funding. He probably is stressed. He also works a part-time job. He said that his friend was complaining about his lack of attention as well. So either that's true or he's a phenomenal liar. One of those two things. He's either a phenomenal liar, which is possible considering that he's a business owner and raising funding, right? Or it's just the truth, right?
Yeah.
And him keeping touch with you is actually him doing status updates if he's really this busy is better than somebody like having drawn out conversations with you who have nothing going on. Because if he's that busy, he's trying to at least maintain contact.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
These comments.
Right.
When his friend is just his wife, I really don't think he's married. I mean, that would be the part of the phenomenal liar. But no, my gut is telling me, just based on everything that he's saying and everything has lined up, that he truly is busy. I've seen, his site, I learned about his business and, his excitement for it. I just am concerned at how drastic everything drops. So you're right. I am kind of like assessing it like, oh, isn't he missing me or talking to me? Because even like, silly to say, like the emojis are gone. It's just really like survival mode.
Yeah,
Status
and
updates.
it could be because y'all haven't known each other long enough for any kind of like avoidant attachment to come into play, right? So that's out. Not saying he's not. I'm just saying 2 months in and a long distance, this ain't really long enough for y'all to. Nothing significant has happened in the connection to make somebody with avoidant attachment run,
Okay.
right? So the attachment style hasn't been activated yet. I understand how people are triggered by hearing the busy phrase because busyness is often an excuse people lean upon when they really ain't rocking with you like that.
Exactly.
Right? So I understand that, but we also have to keep things within nuance because there is a such thing as genuinely being busy. That is a real
Yeah.
thing. It's most of the time bullshit, maybe 90% of the time bullshit, but 10% still exists, right? So
Yeah.
so if the first month he wasn't raising funding, and then the second month he started raising funding, then it would make sense why
Yeah.
there's such a drop off in terms of communication. But he is still trying to keep the tether alive, right? So then he also is going to see you. This is also a seasonal thing. So if raising funding is what's making him so busy, that's not a state of permanence. You're just not raising funding forever, right?
Okay.
So that's why I say I can't tell you with any kind of certainty. This is a situation where time will tell. When you start to notice any degree of incoherence, meaning it doesn't make sense, that's where a red flag should come up. So far, everything you've said has made sense.
Yeah, no, it has. It's just like, and after I talked to him this week because he got back from Switzerland. I was like, I'm going to wait, while he's busy and dying on this trip, I don't want to add to it. And, he did agree, that he would try, but he was also like, I just genuinely am busy. And even that day, I was like, okay, I'm busy too. I was like, okay, I gotta go to my workout class,
Right.
let's talk later. And he's like, okay, at my lunchtime, we'll talk. He messaged me that same time around lunch. He's like, sorry, from these work meetings, I have a bunch of work that I need to catch up on. I'm skipping lunch today. And he's like, I'll try to call you tomorrow morning. And I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
okay, really just busy. And then he texts me like a couple hours later. He's like, just scarf down food. My stomach hurts. Like, I'm just like, damn, this guy's just dying. And like, what do I do with this information?
Yeah, it sounds like he's trying. Like that to me, he doesn't have to say any of that, right? So it's like somebody like you
But,
said.
that's all I'm getting too. Like,
Right.
I'm just like,
I get it.
I
So
want to talk to you again.
so here's on your end of things. I'm not telling you to stay in the state forever. So when you see him, try to get clarity on when this season ends. So because like you can't stay in a relationship where he's going to be this level of busyness where you aren't getting the kind of attention that you need for a relationship, right? That's also true.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
when
exactly.
you see him, get clarity on how long this is going to take, and then based on his answer, you can make your decision, right? But it sounds like to me he's trying, but he really is overwhelmed. Like people don't understand how difficult running a business can be. I'm imagining, especially at this level where he's actually trying to get investors and everyone in, right? So it's like when people are like, even the emojis have changed. Like someone who just stopped sending emojis, that's probably someone who really is busy. To be, because you know what I mean? Like it's probably somebody who is really like, let me want to shoot this off real quick and get back. Like I know people who are busy like that who have to skip lunch and things of that nature. So that is a real thing. So yeah, you'll get more clarity when you actually see him again. Once if things become incoherent and they start to not make sense, that's when you can kind of see like, okay, look at that as a smoke signal. Like that's going to be kind of a lie.
That will be the red flags when I see him again. They might show themselves.
Exactly. So that's going to be more of the situation.
Is there something you think I should really ask or make sure when I see him?
The most important thing is going to be
like
I would be curious to see if he's busy when y'all do meet up.
I see.
If he's not busy,
makes time for me.
Yeah, like if he's busy when y'all meet up, then he's probably actually like really, really busy, right? But like if he's not busy when y'all meet up, then that's like part of the incoherence I was talking about. Like how are you magically not busy right now? If you were busy on the trip with your friends, if you're too busy to talk all day, like how are you magically not busy now, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So that will be incoherence. What else? You also want to get clarity. So assuming that he is busy or has a really good excuse why he's not, you also want to get an idea of when this round of funding will end, so you can gauge when he'll default back to like month one behavior. And yeah, those are the most important things you want to look for in this situation. Let's see if she comes back.
Appreciate it. Oh, sorry. Yes, thank you so. I was writing it down. Sorry.
You're writing it down. You really are type A, huh? You're right, taking notes.
I'm a note taker. Yeah, thank you so much. I definitely do have anxious attachment, so I know that's definitely part of it. But I do also believe that he's busy. But I think it's like, yeah, some things that my friends have said too. I just need to make sure.
You'll get the clarity you seek when y'all meet up. Assuming y'all would do meet up and he doesn't cancel on you, you will get the clarity that you seek by just observing him in that state and seeing the situation, and then you can just make your decision from there. But just because you're anxiously attached doesn't mean that you're not being observant, right?
Okay.
Sometimes you may
Mhm.
overweigh something, but what you're observing is still true.
It's still real. Yeah.
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 Thank you. That's it from me. I appreciate you.
No problem, love. Best luck to you, all right?
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. All right. Real talk. What's going on? Well, your audio is really low, love.
Hi,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm going to.
Good, good. What can I do for you?
What?
I said, what can I do for you?
I'm here to find boyfriend.
Okay.
I'm single. I'm from Tanzania. I'm 25.
Gotta go. Got it. She tried to get that out real quick. Did you hear it? It's like she knew she was about to get hung up on. What is the goal here, people? Hello, just do it. What's happening?
Hey,
Hi.
sorry, I wasn't expecting to come up so fast.
You're good. You're good.
But I'm glad that I am. Hold
Uh-huh.
on 1 second, because I love your stuff, so I like to screen record when you give me answers so I can go back and listen to it.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
don't know if you remember me.
I kind of remember the profile
So
pic.
third
I don't
time
remember
up.
what we talked about though.
Okay. So I've been doing the work that you gave me. First time I came, I told you I was dealing with a guy with a baby mama, and he posted her on New Year's. Second time, and you told me to leave that situation then. Second time I came up, I said, I didn't take your advice. I should have taken it. And now the situation's worse. I had a miscarriage, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
You still told me to just go ahead and block on socials, start new. And I had low self-esteem,
Okay.
and I needed to work on myself.
Right.
So every time I get low and feel like that, I go back and I rewatch what you said. I reread the comments from the people, and it just gives me a boost to be like, okay, fix yourself.
Beautiful. I like that.
Okay. So this is a new update for me. And I'm going to try my best not to cry, right?
Take your time, love.
So I blocked him on socials
Mm-hmm.
and everything, but I didn't block from my phone because we have bills and stuff that we need to pay and to separate our business stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like affairs to stop. But I don't call, I don't text, I don't say anything.
Okay.
He will call, he will text, and sometimes it's about bills, sometimes it's about our business, sometimes it's, I guess, checking in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I think every time I see the text messages and stuff or calls, I get anxious.
Right.
I'm anxious attached. I think I told you that.
Right.
And I just want my peace.
And
How
you can't.
can I find it?
And you can't have that with him maintaining access to you, right?
Right.
It's like every time the text comes in, you feel the anxiety spike.
Right.
Right.
And me and him didn't, but the girl that was cheating with, we went to court the other day, and me and her just had a big, like, I don't know, I think she tried to get me in trouble in the courthouse, but I'm just tired of it. I just want my peace. And then she calls him and tells him all this stuff, and then he's like, well, what happened? And I'm like, go ask your... I cuss. I'm sorry. I don't like to get out of line, but I'm wondering if I should just cut everything and just pay for it myself and be done, just to have my peace.
Is that something that is possible for you to do?
It'll be expensive for me to do, but
But money you can gain back. You can't really gain your peace back,
right.
right?
Right. And I've been doing so good, Coach. Like, every time I feel low, I watch that video. I probably watch it 2 or 3 times a day
Mm-hmm.
just to get myself back on track.
I hear you. Yeah, I can tell that you've been trying. That's good. You're not in an impossible situation because you said that you can handle the financial obligations yourself. Obviously, you wouldn't want to. you will probably have to take the financial hit from that, but that could be just the cost of getting the peace back, right? It's probably just a financial cost of you getting your peace back,
Right.
right?
Maybe even get a second job just to still have my freedom, financial freedom too, because I don't
Right.
want to stop doing what I want to do. He's
Exactly.
seen one of my posts. I blocked on social, so I'm guessing it must be a mutual friend, and he's like, "Oh, I see you posting this and stuff like that now, and your body now," and I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's annoying.
I just need to block.
You need to block. I'm glad, like, you could be in a situation where you couldn't handle the financial obligations yourself and you would have to talk to him, right? You could be in a situation where you actually had a child together. That was close.
I know.
Not saying that's
Someone
necessarily
said
a
in the
good thing.
comments it was a blessing, low key, and
Yeah, you can
every
certainly
time
look
I
at
read
it.
that comment, I just be like, you know what, they are right.
Yeah, you can certainly look at it that way, because if he's ruining your peace just by text messages, imagine if you actually shared life with him and you had a guaranteed 18 years to be connected to him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you are in, I mean, you're obviously not in like the greatest situation, but you're also not in the worst. It could be a lot worse. And you're obviously smart, so you can make the money necessary to go ahead and handle it yourself and finally just move on, right? This person needs to be completely blocked and removed from your life.
Yeah.
And you need to move from this point on like they don't exist. Because I know what you're talking about. I know that tinge of anxiety when that name come across the screen, right?
I even removed his name and just put like lines so that I was like, this person's a flat line to me.
Yeah.
But I think because I know who it is, it
Right.
does that.
And you probably feel the same thing every time you get anytime anyone texts you, because you know that he can text you. So just your phone vibrating probably causes a little bit of anxiety. So yeah, your peace is priceless. So if there's a monetary amount of money to pay for peace, then it's automatically worth the cost, because peace in and of itself is priceless. Okay?
Okay. Thank you. Thank
No
you,
problem,
Chad.
bro. All right, best of luck to you, all right?
Bye.
All right, bye. All right. Josephine, what's going on?
Hi.
Hi. What can I do for you? We scared her off, apparently. We scared her off. Do we have anyone else in the queue? Okay, we got AB in the queue. Let's see if she comes up. She must have already dropped. All right, so if y'all have any questions pertaining to dating and relationships, no matchmaking. All right. Question pertaining to dating and relationships, hit the button at the bottom of the screen below with the blue and pink person. I will bring you up. Y'all also stream these videos on YouTube, these calls on YouTube. So if you ever missed one or you just want to go back and look at what was discussed, the answers that were given, link in bio for YouTube. Just go to my page, click the live button, and you'll see all the live videos shared. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good, how are you? I just had a quick question.
Okay, your audio is kind of coming in real choppy, love. Is there something you could do differently on your end?
Oh, yeah, let me just... add myself back up.
I still can't really make out what you're saying, love. We almost had a caller. Almost. I'm very interested to see like the video I posted today on TikTok. I feel like I might get cooked by that video. It was based on a previous caller. And looking at the comments, I already see a lot of guys are confused. So we're gonna see how that goes. And Zion, what are you saying yeah for? Oh, Dollar Tree. He said a Dollar Tree bill. That was a Dollar Tree bill, wasn't it? I didn't even make that connection. Let me go check it out real quick. Yeah, Bobby, it was a guy who was talking about his lady wanted to hold him. Well, his lady wanted him to hold her accountable, but every time he attempted to do so, she got kind of upset, and I had to tell him that the feminine grows through praise, not criticism. And I can almost anticipate the comments from the guys on that one. I already know they watched. I was like, oh, already knows what happened. But I'm hoping that some of them put their thinking caps on, because I think I broke it down pretty well. Okay. Danny's World, what's going on?
How are you?
I'm great. What can I do for you?
I just started watching you maybe like last week.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, oh, he got some good information, some good feedback.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a situation where I've been dealing with somebody for about 7 years. In the beginning, it was just, we cool, you know? We hook up, we chill, we cool. Maybe within the last 2 years, it's like he's trying to be with this relationship. Like, oh, you want to marry me? I've been married before, divorced. When we get married, when we doing this, when we like relationship. And I feel like when you start speaking about relationships, then the dynamics between me and you change. We're not just, we linking up and we can chill and all this.
Right.
It's my fault. I will take blame that I've been dealing with this situation for this long, because he doesn't have his self together, you know? He's in his 40s. There was a time a few years back, I'm talking to him about, you know, jobs and stuff. Oh, my ankle's bad, or he didn't have his credentials, like social security card, ID, birth certificate. I'm like, why don't you have that stuff? It's whatever excuse. I even offered, well, let me help you, you know, get your credentials together. I'm a school teacher. I live in Detroit. I have a lot of resources. Let me help you try to get that. This man, where I should have left him alone then, was this man says to me, oh, you could invest in me. And I'm like, invest? I'm like, invest in what? I'm not investing in no man, but let alone a 40-year-old man to sell drugs or anything like that. That's not what we're doing. I have a career. I have adult children, you know, things like that. So it's like, if you want to be with me, then why can't you, you know, get yourself together? You want to talk about a t-shirt business and all that, but I don't hear nothing about no t-shirt business. You sit up every day and play video games. We don't go nowhere, don't do nothing. So the last 2 years, I've been like, I'm not coming to chill with you. You can't come see me. Like, what are we doing? We don't go on. You never took me out on a date. At the beginning, I didn't care about that.
Right.
But now that you're trying to change dynamics and talking about me, I'm damn near 50. I'm too old to be somebody's girlfriend who has you don't have a purpose. Like, what is your goal here? What is the angle? Because now I'm looking at it like, I have my own place. I live on my own. I have my own money. I don't need you to do anything for me. Would I like you to? Yes. Would I like for you to offer? When I used to say, oh, let's go here. I don't want to go. He don't want to go nowhere. So now he's had attitude the last 3 times. I've said something about going to the movies. He tried to tell me that's not what I said. I did things on purpose. Just to see for myself. And I'm getting my answers. I do care for him. I love him. We do have a good chemistry, like all of that. But now I'm just feeling like it's not what I want. So I've been really kind of distant. I haven't let him come see me. I haven't seen him in almost a year. We talk on the phone. But it's not that everyday type of talk anymore. He did try to, we've never celebrated Valentine's Day. This Valentine's Day, he like, oh, you come to see me? I said, are we going somewhere? He got an attitude about that. I don't want to come see you you live with your friend, everybody over there. I don't want to come do that on no Valentine's Day. No, my birthday is Sunday. His birthday is in October. I purposely got him a birthday gift. I didn't see him, but I sent him something for his birthday. Mm-hmm. So now I'm just trying to see, and it's like this is where I'm at with it. If you don't make no type of effort or no type of, the only thing you can invite me to is your bed. And even if that's all you seeing, like that's all you got, that's a lie. You know, you can put something together. I'm simple. We could have went to the movies. We could have anything. It's not like I'm asking you to go buy me a Birkin bag. Like, what the hell? You know, just simple. Oh, baby, let's go to the museum or something like that, you know. And I am going through something myself. I'm visually impaired, so I'm losing my vision. So it's kind of like I don't want to be bunkered down in no house. Let me get outside. Let me go, you know, let me enjoy the rest, you know, my life while I can.
Right.
And so it's like, what, I don't know what the purpose is. And I like him as a friend, but I know that he might not be able to take that. Like, we'll separate, but we won't be cordial. He won't be cordial. He probably won't want to talk to me anymore. You know what I'm saying? Which is, again, not a bad thing. But I do care for him, and I care about his well-being. And that's because I've been dealing with you for so long. But it's like you don't make no effort for nothing but to offer to either come lay up in my bed or me come lay up in yours, and I don't want to do that.
Right. Okay. So what's your question here, love?
What do I do about this? What do you suggest? Should I talk to him about this before I just amicably be like, I'm out? Or what?
No. I mean, there's no need to talk about it because no matter how this ends, you're going to be the villain in the situation, right? So, but it does need to end, especially like, do you want to be in a relationship? Like just in general, not with him per se.
I don't want to be in a relationship right now. No.
Okay. But he does want to be in a relationship with you.
He want to be in a relationship with me.
Okay.
It ain't that I don't feel like he want to be in a relationship. Anybody, because let him tell it. All females beg and all this other. But you're begging too. Every time you ask to have sex, you're begging. So we both begging. If that's the case. But I don't even do that. So I know that he's not, unless he find him a woman that'll have been just like me, and to just let him ride out with whatever he's riding out with. But he makes it very clear that he's in love with me, and he wants. And like I said, he does other things. Yeah, he'll come help. He'll do all that. But it's the things that I want you to do for yourself, so that we can, you know, progress. Like, you got to take care of yourself first before you even try to have a relationship with anyone.
Okay, I agree. But it sounds like you were considering being in a relationship with him.
Am I who? I'm sorry.
It sounded like you were considering being in a relationship with him.
I was when I thought earlier on. You know what I'm saying? Earlier on, I was like, oh, okay, I can see this because we were spending a lot of time together. He was at my house all the time. Like, you know, it was like that. But then it just kind of just settled into this is it. Like, there's no upgrade. Like, there's nothing. You don't aspire to do nothing else but this. So now it's like, I don't want to deal with that. Because, again, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I want to do things. I want to go travel. I want to go out. I want to go on dates. I want to.
So it sounds like that you do want to be in a relationship, right? If you are actively in love with somebody, you do want to be in a relationship, and you're probably going to be actively in love or whatever is close to that with the person who you are consistently sleeping with, because that's just how we're wired, right?
Yeah.
So if you are open to being in a relationship with him, then that means a part of you desires a relationship, period. Okay.
That was then. I don't desire one now. See, that's what I'm saying.
How long ago was then?
About 4 years ago.
Okay. So you're just completely against a relationship now?
With him, absolutely.
No, I mean,
and with like I'm kind of leery about anyone now. You know what I'm saying? So it makes me be like, do I want to have that emotional commitment to someone Are they gonna have that emotional commitment to me? Are we gonna, I'm like I said, I've been married before all of this, so I'm just in like
I
a
hear you,
stage,
but you're kind of already in a relationship with him.
and that's that.
You're just not calling it that, but this is someone that you clearly care about and you're trying to help. You're playing the girlfriend, essentially, already. That's what you're doing. You're just not calling it that so that you can keep some sort of emotional distance. But you're already playing that role. You're just not fully embracing it.
I did too much.
That's what happens. Like, I don't know. Like, people think that they can like override biology. If you sleep with somebody consistently, yeah, you're going to. Congratulations, you now love them. This is how that happens. You're not gonna be able to sleep with anyone consistently and then not eventually fall for them to some degree. That's just not how it works. So that's why you have to treat that like like women sometimes will sleep with men consistently who they view the same way you view this guy, and it's like now you in love with a bum. So it's like you got to treat your body as if it's like the most important thing almost, right? It's the most intimate act, but then people share it with people who they don't respect at all. Now you are in love with someone you don't respect. Kind of damage yourself in the process. So, but yeah, I mean, this should end, right? Because you're already kind of in a relationship already, even if you're not calling it that. And he's going to be an energy drain because part of your thoughts are going to be focus on helping him solve very basic, like teenager level problems.
Yeah, and
right?
I stopped that. I stopped that about a year or two ago. Like I don't even.
But you haven't really because you're talking to me about it right now. So there's still some degree of you thinking about it and devoting energy to it, right? Yeah. So, and if there's at least a part of you that wants a relationship in the future, being actively invested in this one is preventing that from happening.
It's damaging.
Right.
It's damaging. I'm wasting time.
Right.
And I get that. I'm wasting time with somebody who doesn't want to progress themselves. Mm-hmm. Just talk me to death. Because he got lips.
Right.
Yeah.
100%. You got it. So yeah, I mean, this would have to end. I know it's painful, but yeah, it would have to end. And if you do want a relationship in the future, the full connection with this person is better ending that.
Definitely end. Yeah, I wouldn't overlap or start anything with somebody and still deal with him on the back end because that means I'm not giving a new relationship or a new person a chance. So I wouldn't do that for sure. Right. And at the point I got with him was ending something with a 15-year relationship that just needed to end. Right. So rebound. I guess that was like a rebound. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. I've been rebounding too long.
That's why you gotta spend some time by yourself. That's how you kind of process your previous situation and kind of heal and grow from it. The rebounds are just distractions, and they're ways for us not to grow.
Yeah.
And have to not face ourselves because you face yourself when you're in solitude.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I appreciate you, and I appreciate the chat for their input too.
No problem, love. Best of luck to you, all right?
Yes, thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Bye. All right. Do we have anybody else? See if one of my guys will come up. We haven't had a guy caller all day, have we? What's going on, bro? Buddy dropped. Come on, man. Thought we had one of our guys up here. If that's the case, we're shutting down calls. All right, no more calls.